Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Cloudsdale Cafe. I'm this week's host Nick again, on my own, and here I am with Frigid Drift.
Hello.
How are you this week?
Doing alright, Nick.
Anything exciting happen, or...?
Let's see, definitely excited that school's finally out. Summer break, get some more posts done.
I've been out of school for about a month now. I have done nothing. Absolutely nothing. I really need to get out of that habit. I'm trying for it, though, but unfortunately not. But this week, one of the biggest things that have happened is the Xbox One has been revealed. What are your thoughts on it, first of all, Frigid?
Xbox One, I really appreciate... Well, okay, there's two things about the Kinect part that I like and I don't really like so much. The thing I don't like so much is that, yeah, they're bringing back Kinect.
Yeah.
The part I do like is that, yeah, they're bringing back Kinect, but they're actually improving it, which was a big issue I had. I don't own a PS3 or an Xbox 360, but from what I've experienced from the Xbox 360 Kinect, not too impressed with latency, and I was shocked that they reduced the cameras to only one camera compared to the previous version.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're improving it and trying to do a little bit more. But based on the whole interface, how it's kind of driven by motion and voice control, it's kind of experimental and not really what the people really want.
Yeah, they really tried to get the fact that it's an all-in-one console out there by mainly going towards TV rather than actually focusing on it being an actual game console. And I remember seeing a post up on Tumblr talking about it and sourcing a bunch of stuff, and they were saying that the Kinect always has to be on, you can't have it off, and it will always be listening and always watching, so to make sure that you say Xbox on, Xbox off, stuff like that. So it really scares you, that kind of thing. It's always listening, it's always watching. The Kinect will always be on no matter what, even if you turn off the Xbox, which creeps me out like crazy.
Yeah, it makes me think of Facebook and Google taking your informations.
Yeah, and they were saying that it's definitely possible that they could use this as a means to spy. Yeah, like a spy software and stuff like that. Another thing was that it always has to be connected online, and even if it goes offline, say if your internet goes out or something like that, or your internet gets cut for some reason, everything that you've done, even if you're on single player, you can't play that anymore. You have to be online to play it.
No. In the after show, I watched the whole interview on Spike livestream. In the after show, they debunked that. They said the CEO of Xbox said, "No, that's just a myth. You can play your games without being connected. You still need the multiplayer. You can't play with people in Indonesia from your living room without LAN that stretches across the across the ocean and several continents, unless you have internet connection. But that's the only time you need Wi-Fi to be on."
Okay, that's actually very nice, because I was thinking it wouldn't really be nice to have that at all, because it would really throw things out of the loop. But another thing that I really hated. But granted, though, it is something true for the developers, is that you have to pay a fee to play used games or play games that have been installed onto your Xbox. So I'm thinking it's definitely true. It's a problem for developers because GameStop, when they resell a used game, all that money goes straight to GameStop, as far as I know, and none of it goes to the developers who created the game. So I'm guessing from this fee, unless they're swindling us for some reason, that money will be going to the developers of that company. But it still pisses me off that they didn't tell you what the general fee would be, or at least a price range of the fee. they just said like, okay, you're gonna have to pay a fee along with buying this used game, or paying a fee if somebody lends you this game, which is something that I enjoy doing. Like, if I want to try a game but I don't know if I really want to play it or not, I'll just borrow the game off of someone else that like either recommends it to me or doesn't, but I still want to try it regardless. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but like, I definitely see how that could happen. But yeah, like, right now I've been seeing a lot of stuff going around on Tumblr, and people talking that like, it seems that Nintendo is winning because they decided not to do anything.
Right. You can only lose, but anything you say will be used against you.
Yeah, in the court of video games.
And then Nintendo pledges silence,
Yeah.
avoids any consequences.
Yeah, but like, I've heard a rumor that like on Amazon.com, like the sales of the Wii U has jumped by 875%, which I'm thinking it's like, it must have been a really low number to begin with.
Oh, definitely.
If it jumped that high. But
like 5 people got the system, and then another 50.
Yeah.
Well, that would be 1,000%. So yeah, it'd be a 5 to 40 ratio.
Yeah, like, but like, so far, are you planning on getting into the next generation soon, or are you just gonna stick with what you have right now?
Right now, I was talking about this with one of my friends just yesterday. I think both of us have agreed we're gonna stick to PC gaming because it's miles ahead of any console that's out there right now. It does internet. You can connect to the internet really easily, as everyone in here has probably noticed by now.
With my desktop,
like, everything you need is like in the PC already. You just upgrade your graphics card, upgrade your RAM, and then you can pretty much emulate or play any game that's available online.
Yeah, like, you can even play older games and stuff like that if you felt like it. But
And
go ahead.
something I've done recently was purchase a wired Xbox controller, Xbox 360, and I've been using that to play Super Mario Sunshine emulated on my PC.
Yeah, like I had a wired controller for a while now, but I actually never really thought of getting emulators for like GameCube games and stuff like that.
Definitely, it's just very easy to do. It's all free and everything, you know.
But like, it was what was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, like with my computer and the internet, it's taken some strange work to get my desktop connected wirelessly because I don't have a network card. So I'm using my laptop as a network bridge to connect to my router for my desktop to be online. The only like, the only problem I get so far is that occasionally it'll say like, probably like once a day, Windows has detected an IP confliction, and it disconnects me from the internet, but comes back on later, so no troubles there. But yeah, I've been definitely sticking to PC gaming as of late, but I'll probably stick with my Wii and Xbox 360 for now. Maybe get a PlayStation 4 for some of the exclusives, since it'll have backwards compatibility at least, unlike the Xbox One, unfortunately. Yeah. But like, it was kind of funny though, because with backwards compatibility, like say like the newer Wiis, not like the Wii U or anything like that, but like the newer Wiis, they're actually not compatible with GameCube games, but the older ones are, from what I've heard.
Right.
And it's like the same with the PlayStation 3 as well. Like, some of them are backwards compatible to PS1 to PS2, stuff like that. It's like strange how the pattern works.
Yeah, take the PlayStation 2 Slim for example. You can't play one of the Final Fantasy expansions because it requires an add-on port that the PlayStation 2 Slim doesn't support, but the original PlayStation 2 did.
Yeah, like yeah. It's really weird. Like, I wonder how that kind of technology works, because I never really looked into it that much. But Dark and Synth in the chat says, like, quoting the Xbox One show, or like the Xbox One reveal, and it was like backwards compatibility, more like backwards thinking.
That's silly.
Yeah, like that is definitely a bit of a slap to the face, I find, to like the consumers and stuff like that, because they really like backwards compatibility. Like they prefer not to have like more than one system on their shelf for Xbox games.
Unless they're either a collector or a hoarder.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to be a hoarder or a collector, but like I want like just a full shelf along a wall, just all video games on it. I don't know if that would make me a hoarder though. It probably will, but I don't care. I'll still like it.
Will you play them and or pawn them off later on?
I'll never leave them. They'll collect dust on
hoarder.
my shelf.
Little red flag going off right here.
If I move, that's the first thing that goes with me.
I pack my suitcases with my games, and then my clothes are optional.
They're the last thing on my list. I'll wear the clothes on my back for a week if I have to. If I have those and not wearing games.
Little black screen right here.
Oh yeah, that's just the slideshow. Using XSplit with the image slideshow causes some lag and stuff. Pain in the ass, but no, well. But out of like games and stuff like that, what are your kind of like favorite older games and stuff? Yeah, like, well, favorite series, old and new.
Let's see. So far, I've been a Nintendo boy since my father introduced me to Nintendo 64, and even before then with the Super NES, because I'm a 90s kid and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in the Nintendo franchise since not the beginning, but very early on. Definitely love Super Mario World 3.
Oh, yeah.
And my all-time favorite Mario game would be Sunshine, which is, I know, I'm a really big part of me is to revolt against the meta game, the meta strategy or whatever. Like, people say, oh, you should use this, it's the best, it's the fastest, it's the strongest.
Oh, okay.
Say for, like, example, Team Fortress, everyone says, use the black box, you get health back, it does pretty good damage. Don't use the Cow Mangler 5000, that does bad damage, you can't do anything with it. And here I am, trying to do my best to top score with the Cow Mangler, just because it's a challenge, just because it's the underdog.
Oh, yeah.
But the same thing goes with Sunshine. I think it's a great game. People say, oh, he has a jetpack, it's not fun anymore. I say, jetpack adds, like, you can do the exact same things, like, you can do Mario things, you can run and jump, and then you can do jetpack things as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can hover around, you can blast water, and
yeah.
it's like the opposite of the meta game. It's unique, it's fun, it adds another level of playability that people don't fully appreciate because they're so used to the meta.
Yeah, like I'm really. It's funny how like I feel like it is a very underrated game out of the Mario franchise, as well as Luigi's Mansion, and I loved Luigi's Mansion.
Definitely, both of the GameCube games. A big thing with me growing up was the GameCube. I have so many GameCube games.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved the GameCube when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like But yeah, like, I was a Nintendo kid as well when I was growing up, but I never played the Super NES. I just played the regular NES, and played games like River City Ransom, which was one of my favorite games, along with Faxanadu, or Faxanadu, I don't really know how to pronounce it, after all these years, but it's another one of my top games that I love even today. Like, I still like to try and get it to work. But, yeah, and then I went with the Nintendo 64. A lot of my favorite games on there was like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie for sure. Those are two of my top games when I was a kid. Then yeah, like GameCube and then Wii, and then I got into the Xbox line and got an Xbox 360 Elite about several years back now, I think. But yeah, like I definitely like out of all the companies, Nintendo's my favorite, mainly because they've been around for so long. Plus they go ahead.
They're experienced.
Yeah, like they're experienced, and they hold they pretty much have a grapple on the handheld department of gaming and stuff like that. With the PlayStation Vita, it just kind of crashed and burned for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like oh yeah, Mario Kart 64 was also a really fun game when that I played. But yeah, like it's definitely fun just going back to like the old games and stuff like that. I've been playing with my Wii. I love the fact that they have like virtual console and stuff like that. That like they have it so that like I've been playing NES games or Super NES games that I couldn't play before. Yeah.
Well, I think it's sort of silly because I saw they were doing this whole thing about Ocarina of Time and no, not Ocarina of Time, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons for the Game Boy Color, and they're bringing that back on the eShop, and I think and they're selling it for $6 and for each game, and I got the game probably when it was $15-$20 for the Game Boy Color back when it first came out. And I think it's just silly that they're trying to sell it for a quarter of the price when they should be selling it for about a tenth of the price or less.
Yeah, like at least it's like a $2 or $3 game, really. At least a fifth, I find. After so many years going through it, because like with older games, like now I think it's 10 or 15 years that like if you pirate it with emulators or something like that, it's completely legal because nobody sells it anymore.
Right.
But now with Virtual Console, I don't know if that really applies anymore since they're reselling the older games now. I'm not too sure.
It's a valid point.
So like I'll still emulate games because I love them, but like if I do find them on the virtual like the virtual store or something like that on the Wii, or whenever I get a 3DS, then yeah, like I'll probably get it for them for that later on. But they still don't have Earthbound. Actually, no. A Nintendo Direct a while back actually announced that they were going to be having Earthbound on, I think, the eShop for
Mother 3, yeah.
Yeah, Mother 3. Oh wait, Mother 3? Oh wow, awesome. I actually really love that game.
Yeah, gonna be translated and everything.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. Saves the trouble for people to find the fan translation. Yeah. Yeah. Though, I think we don't have anything else to talk about, really. I can't think of anything, at least. So do you want to go into the interview now?
Wasn't there the season 4 or something?
Apparently, like, before, like, Ragin texted me, oh, he retexted me that. Let's see if he actually has a source for this.
Alright, before we go into the next topic, I'm gonna take a 2-minute reprieve.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And just do your little song and dance.
Alright, yeah, I'll do a song and dance. Alright. So, like, the reason why Ragin isn't here today is because, his power currently went out, and it's just waiting for it to come back online, so hopefully it comes back online soon. But do you guys in the chat, do you want to see anything that me and Frigid talk about, or is that like, can you think of anything? He was talking about season 4, like Ragin was telling me about season 4 sneak peeks, but I was looking for them, but I haven't seen any of them, which is a bit strange, I found. TF2? I haven't played TF2 in a long time. I've got it before, but just kind of stopped playing for the past. Yeah, I've seen. I'm thinking it's like I haven't seen any sneak peeks at all. My day? I'd rather not talk about my day, honestly. Really don't want to talk about that right now. Perhaps later, but... yeah, that's a topic I would rather avoid right about now, because I was thinking, I'm gonna cut this out for the YouTube video, but like, right now, like I was first planning on actually taking a break and not even showing up for this show today, because I like just wasn't in I was just not in the mood at all today, at all throughout the entire day. I just wasn't able to do anything. But until like Raging's power went out and Sin's at work, Shadow's nowhere to be seen, and yeah, no one's nowhere to be seen, we wouldn't be able to really do a show then, so just kind of had to take it on. Yeah, it really takes one statement to make it one of those days. Alright. 2 seconds of a scene, sounds good. That sounds like a real good scene. It's probably the pics that Rachel was talking about was the frames for those 2 seconds. But yeah, last week I was flying solo, and this week I'm flying solo again. It's getting a bit annoying. I would like to take a break, but I need to figure out next week I'll be working again, so I'm going to be working till like 8:30. So I have no idea if I'll be back in time for the show. I'll be sure I'm missing the pre-show at least. But yeah, like I'm not too sure if I'd be able to, well, like at least try to get here on time. No sleep for the wicked. Money doesn't grow on trees, Hidorian. I thought you knew that. Talk about you. Yeah, the new official host. That's because I have no time on my hands on Saturday nights, which is really sad. I should beat him up, but I'd probably get my ass kicked. Oh, nice. Oh, hey. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, like, trying to ask the chat to see if they had any topics, but not too many things right now. But yeah,
definitely when we get into the interview, we can talk about some animation.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to talk about stuff in the interview, so I think that's what we'll start. So, like, first of all, just kind of, just in case if anyone, probably everyone in this chat knows about you, but like, just in case, maybe mind telling a bit about yourself?
Let's see. Well, I'm the mod of Frigid Drift. It says so on the screen. Let's see. I've been running the blog for I don't. Oh, about 1.5 years. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, 1.5. I'm going on. Started in December 2012.
Okay, yeah, that would be about a half.
A half and a one. Let's see. Frigid Drift is an original character, My Little Pony character. She's a white Pegasus with a blue curly, not curly, but like short mane.
Oh yeah, very fluffy too, I found.
Not as fluffy as Flufflepuff, but
yeah, I don't think anyone's fluffier than Flufflepuff. But no, sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. But like you've not too long ago, well, actually, never mind, a decent time ago, you've been working with the Mod of Flutter guy on the blog Pony Noir. How
About
like
a year ago, yeah.
yeah, but quite a while ago at least. So how has kind of collaborating with another artist on Tumblr been for you?
Let's see. Well, the Mod of Flutter guy has been my one of my favorites to work with, especially on longer projects. We feature each other. We used to feature each other quite frequently. He's been caught up with school and and private things and such at home, but he hasn't been able to get on as often, but is definitely when we were able to communicate and collaborate, it was very fun. We took turns working for Pony Noir, which originally started off with both of our characters, Flutterguy and Frigid, as noir cops taking on crime. We didn't get too far into the story before we sort of trailed off and took a almost permanent hiatus on that project. And it was in grayscale. Then we brought it back about 3 or 4 months later into a new style. Oops, excuse me. A new style, black and white only. Trying to do a new effects. Try to bring it new life, and then we got about 2 posts each done, and that kind of trailed off. But that goes with most projects. People start, especially with new blogs that people think they can handle. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like a very good example of this would be some of Rye's MLC blogs. She likes starting new blogs frequently, like Ask Chrysalis, but like with any project, it becomes a little too overwhelming, and you go back to the original project. Like I started a very bad OC pony because, like I said earlier, I like to challenge the meta game. So I made a red and black OC pony who dual wields lightsabers and has the power of life and death. And
was he an
I
alicorn?
did that for.
Was he an alicorn?
Oh, he was Earth pony, but that would have been the cherry on top.
Yeah.
But that got about a month in, and then I kind of trailed off with that series because I just couldn't handle it. I went same with Pony Noir. I went back to what I knew. I went back to Frigid Drift. I even had half a mind to start up a canon blog, like a Pinkie Pie or well, Rarity was my first choice. But like one of the canon ponies. I just wanted to try something new because I knew you know how hard it is to run a OC blog.
Oh yeah.
You don't have people saying, "Oh, I can't wait to look for OCs." I can't wait to go on Tumblr and see if there's any OCs because I just watched the newest episode of the show. No one says that. You have to promote yourself. You have to be out there. You have to like. I don't know. It's very challenging because everyone says, "Ooh, Pinkie Pie's my favorite. I'm gonna follow this Pinkie blog and this Pinkie blog," and there's only one Frigid blog, and she's not even in any of the episodes.
Yeah, like one thing that when I tried, like I experienced this at first hand. Started a blog, but then ultimately failed because too much stuff got in the way. But like I did find that like when starting a blog, especially when it came to like people asking questions, like the followers that I had, like they had good questions that they were asking me, but I just couldn't really seem to get the motivation to draw them out. But like when it comes to an OC, like you have to give enough exposition at the start to really egg on some questions, like some at least decent questions that like kind of directed towards really the character, him or herself. But yeah, like it was definitely one of the biggest challenges I had, along with school and the show, to work on. But I might start it up again. I probably won't though. But when it comes to your like drawing and your animation, like where are your biggest inspirations from?
Let's see. I've been playing around with since the start of my blog. I've pretty much drawn Frigid like 300 times, but my biggest inspiration as far as artistic style goes, I'd say I've been like adapting that since the very beginning. If you go back to say the very first post, I started really simply. I had black outlines. I wasn't very daring. I had pure blue irises, no pupils, no shines, just kind of like very simple style. Very cute pony, but very simple style. And then after a few months, I tried branching out. I started coloring my lines. I just wanted to best myself in what I could do, test my abilities and whatnot. I eventually I had a history in programming and animating in Flash, and I decided to bring that into my blogging experience with several animated GIFs. Very basic at first, since animated GIFs were a brand new territory for me to work with. I'm more familiar with Swifts and kind of publishing interactive content with action script. But I just tried to see what I could learn, and teach myself how to get in the game, step up with my GIFs, and found a good formula to make very clean GIFs that works for me. And then let's see.
You're cutting out a bit right now, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. Is it better?
I might be. Unless you just dropped. Oh.
I did drop off the...
Yeah, I threw my phone away because people were saying, back that phone up. I was like, okay, I'll try that too because my phone's fairly close.
Yeah, I was downloading. Might have done something.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, yeah. To my so let me take my phone away. But yeah, I ended up just improve on started with shading and everything to improve that as best as I could, but really it was meant to be simple. Really section GIFs and up have a show that.
Sorry, would you be able to repeat? It's still really bad lag right now. Frigid?
I broke.
Ah. Yeah, it's still like pretty bad choppiness right now.
From the microwave or the kitchen or something. Let me investigate quick.
Alright. Sorry about this, folks. I don't know if it's something on my end. Is my chat, is my speech lagging at all?
No, it's probably my connection. The connection to the speakers is on the connection to the microphone. It's choppy.
Oh, okay.
It's still bad.
Still kind of bad. Maybe try unplugging and replugging in your mic. See if that helps. I have no idea if it will, but
Might hear a little wonkiness for a few seconds because it. Oh, right.
all right, no problem. Those were kind of silly noises rather than wonky noises. You frigid?
Alright, my phone. Is everything good?
Dang it.
No. Good?
Not quite.
Let me just touch later.
Say what?
The emulator.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Try my best to try and hear what you say between chops. Dang it. But maybe it'll buffer itself out.
Let me sit with Stephanie. I'll join.
Actually, I think it's fine. Keep talking for a second. Sorry for interrupting you there.
Testing. I am a robot.
Ah, much better. Perfect.
Okay, good.
All right.
Oh yeah, it does say there's yellow quality information on the Skype call. It says it's being silly.
Yeah. It says unknown for me, so I have no idea. But on to the next question. Do you want to do you have any plans for in the future for any art or animation?
Something I've been working on for, I suppose, the past 3/4 of a year was supposedly my 1-year anniversary gift to the followers. My let me turn off my phone, see if that fixes it.
Maybe.
Power off.
Ah, okay, never mind. There we go. So it was the phone.
Oh, it's better?
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Oh.
Before it was just perfect compared to what it was before.
Alright, cool. Alright, anyway, I'm not gonna postpone you anymore with that reply. Let's see. What was the question again?
It was like, did you have any future plans for like, in art and animation? Not just on your Tumblr, but also like, in like, the future of life.
The future of life is very choppy for me. You can kind of experience what I was going through with my life choices just a minute ago. But
I think everyone can relate to that. I can, at least.
That's how I felt on the inside. But but as far as the blog goes, I definitely have tons of ideas for the blog. That's kind of like my life. Take away my blog, I will be lost. I will be sitting on the side of the road thinking, where's my blog?
I think I would be thinking, where's my house?
I wouldn't. I'd have nowhere to go. Anyway, I'd probably start a new one. But yeah, definitely with Frigid, I've been working on a 1-year anniversary, going on to a year anniversary project. That it's a video game starring Frigid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
Is
somebody.
that really?
Sorry. I was just gonna say somebody in the chat was saying that you need to finish that game.
Yeah, Dark and Synth was working. He's my writer for it.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely have like it's on my mind constantly. I haven't forgotten about it. It's just, do I have the time and especially the resources? I've been teaching my underling Alamaris, who's watching right now. He's learning how to do Flash, and I'm trying to get him up to the point where he can collaborate with me, like work on the same things I'm doing, and eventually branch off and start doing his own stuff for his blog, Tinkerbox.
Oh, okay.
So you might see him in streams gaming. We've been doing a lot of Borderlands 2 lately.
Oh,
that
nice.
explains my... I intended to have a little preview of the second episode of Ask Frigid Drift, the animated series. But all I have is, I guess, nothing. I have nothing. Haha. I did a stream earlier today, but I did not get enough done because of Borderlands 2.
Yeah, it is a fun game. I need to get back into it, but I also need to work on stuff.
Yeah, they had a Steam sale, so you know.
Yeah.
75% off. Couldn't help myself. Well, Alamar couldn't help himself. He got it for me, so blame him. No, I'm just kidding. It's all my fault.
All the blame goes on to Alamar for having fun.
Blame it on the intern. Easiest way out.
Murder? Intern.
I have nothing to say, but look at that guy over there. Doesn't he look suspicious?
No comment, but I'm pretty sure he does over there.
Anyway, the game has about over 10 minutes of lines. I'm cutting back the quality. It's not going to be Ask Frigid Drift animated series quality animation. It's going to be a Phoenix Wright kind of posing, dramatic posing, and still pictures that kind of jiggle a little bit. That's my ideal situation. If I did a fully animated special effects and everything for those 10 minutes, you can see how long it takes me to do 1 minute of animation. It will take 2 years to finish that on my own, especially without an intern.
Yeah, without a team, really, too.
Yeah, well, I have a team. I have a decent team. Everyone except me has gotten all of their stuff done on time. I had about 4 voice actors and actresses working on lines. All the lines are in, 10 minutes worth. I had an audio editor who organized everything for me. Everything's all ready for me to just import it and animate it.
Wow.
And then I had Dark and Synth working on the script. So pretty much the whole storyline is done, and most of the script work is done. The action script, which the programming for it. It's gonna have 4 levels through the ocean, Cloudsdale itself, mountain range, and inside a volcano. Will be the 4 stages, not in that order, but
Be a strange world, that's for sure.
oh, it's. I tried to stick with the with the elementals that everyone kind of could relate to.
Yeah. What kind of game is it? Like, is it a platformer? Is it kind of like a fighter, or?
I have a little sample if you want to put that up there, so I don't really have
sure.
to describe it. It's on my private YouTube link. I can get it in about exactly 3 seconds. 1, 2, whatever.
1, 2, yeah, sure. Good enough.
I can't wait that long. The anticipation is killing me.
Just need to set it up for the stream.
Yeah. I think that's the right link.
Hopefully.
Oh no, that was no. I'm so embarrassed. Yeah, you can turn off the sound too. There's a little bit of sound, but they don't need to hear anything. There's not too much.
All right. But yeah, so like this was originally going to be your. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this before. Oh, okay.
I have no more progress to show for that one either.
Okay, so like, what was kind of like the thought process behind it? Like, what kind of things like have you drawn for inspiration to help build?
Inspiration, as far as building what? I can talk
Yeah.
about building the whole stage. I can talk about building Frigid as an empire, or I can talk about building Frigid as an umpire.
I like the umpire story.
Well, it all started. Never mind. She doesn't. She was never an umpire.
Liar.
What do you mean about
Well, like, just kind of like building the game, like just kind of. Sorry. When I make questions, I actually usually make them several days in advance so I can articulate them better. But like,
Definitely.
like when just making the game, having the idea and the process, like, and finding all the people to help you with it and stuff like that. What kind of stuff helped you get through those kinds of things?
Oh, yes. Let's see. When I started it, I had it expected launch date on December, and then things kind of escalated. Definitely, I had a little bit of trouble getting the voice actors and actresses just right. I wanted to go for perfection. I got really good voices in the end, but most of the voice actresses were busy doing well-known projects that didn't involve silly OC pony. Again, it's really hard to manage an OC blog. Just stress that a little bit more, but
Yeah. Yeah.
But I advertised. I said, "Hey, I'm thinking about making this game. I have the programming skills to do it. I actually made another game, a toy, more rather, for Frigid, called Frigid Drift's Ball Bounce."
Okay.
Oh. Do you want me to find that one too, or do you want me just to talk about it?
No, just talking about it's fine.
All right. That one is pretty much a little toy. Frigid's eyes and head follow the ball. She sits on a cloud, and then you can grab the ball out of the air with your mouse and throw it up in the air. And every time it bounces off the ground, like she's sitting in the clouds. So when it goes off the screen, the little clouds puff up, and then after like 2 seconds, then it comes back up because it bounces off the ground. It doesn't lose any velocity, so it's always going to bounce. It's always going to come back. It's not going to like accidentally stick on the bottom of the ground.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like,
but I've had some. Yeah, that's my experience with programming Frigid Drift into the blog before. It started as a joke. Like I had Frigid Drift starring in an early childhood game box art. It said Frigid Drift's ball bounce. It had a picture of a little red ball with a yellow star on it, and Frigid Drift looking really cute, and had the little early childhood rating in the corner of it for the Wii. And if you go, the funny thing is, if you go on to the Wii and you look up the game, you can actually play it with the Wii, because Wii has a Flash player in it. Oh
yeah, that's right. Too bad you can't use that with the iPhone.
iPhone. But yeah, well, that's my programming experience with that before, and then I decided to go one step up. I thought it was going to be as simple as the other one. It was just going to be a little tiny thing. It's just like Frigid flies around, collects clouds, and does cloud drifting. It all started from like a joke that Ask Star Chaser sent me. Do you do cloud drifting? And then I replied to that with a one-picture post. Yeah, I do cloud drifting. She's flying on a cloud with a little helmet on, or goggles. And then that kind of escalated into a full game. With it's like an endless runner game. You can keep going. It has randomized clouds so that it never gets boring and predictable. You have a little boost meter on the bottom, which you can collect Spongia, her pet sponge. I had that in the video.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
The video was actually me doing a screen recording, and of me playing the game. So it wasn't. It's unedited. I didn't like do any post-production stuff. That's the current state of the game. You can fly around. You can collect clouds, go faster, do turbo boost. The background moves in sync with how fast you're going. And yeah, there's some cool things, a few features that aren't completely worked out, but that's not my main focus as far as the future of Frigid Drift. That's kind of like...
Just kind of like something for fun, really.
It's for fun. Yeah, the main thing to remember is never forget to have fun when you're doing these kind of things.
Yeah.
You get caught up in deadlines, and then it just doesn't become fun.
Yeah, that was pretty much why I ended the blog I had before for like a 1 month or something, because I didn't update it for like quite a few weeks at least.
Yeah. Oh, correction to Dark Instant. It was Christmas actually was the anniversary. It was Frigid started on the 23rd of December.
Oh, okay.
The 22nd. I'm going. I'm going with that day. It was so long ago, and I deleted the original Frigid Drift blog. I created a new one because the old one was connected to my mod blog, so I couldn't roleplay as Frigid, send Frigid questions to other blogs. I wanted to do the full interactive thing. I had 30 followers at the time that I deleted that blog and told everyone, get out of here. I made a new one.
Okay.
But,
though, just on to the next question, unless you want to talk about it a bit more.
Well, that was one part of the future of Frigid Drift, I think. That's still my primary objective.
Yeah. Yeah, and with the Babbler thing, just in case if that was a hoax and he got hacked, I was noticing you were posting up saying that he'll just make a new blog.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen Ask Stripey, Stripey Butts do the same thing like 3 or 4 times. She's deleted her blog because of issues at home and everything, and then she's come back from the dead with doing better than ever. You know,
with vengeance.
Not with vengeance, with I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but not vengeance, but yeah, she's been back. She's better than ever, and I'm not too worried. I know that I have people who support me, and we're gonna. If something happened to my account, I'd be back on my feet in a month.
Yeah.
Or my hooves. If we're going that route.
You'll have both, like left a hoof, right a foot.
Yeah, ooh.
Be a strange walk, that's for sure.
I'll be a satyr again.
But what kind of things have like you really learned as both like for drawing and as a person since you really started posting your work online, not only on like Frigid Drift but also like DeviantArt as well?
Well, especially with DeviantArt, I've been noticing that you can't just post your little things you draw in 30 minutes as responses to questions. You have to, when you're posting to DeviantArt, you want to post your best. You want to make a portfolio for yourself. You want people to say, oh, this is the best that he can do. This is the best that anyone can do. Or that, I mean, by anyone I meant he or she, because I said he earlier. Anyway, but like this is the best that you can do. This is, and you're not gonna post on DeviantArt just little silly things that people might enjoy and laugh at. You just want to make it look nice. But on Tumblr, the difference between Tumblr and DeviantArt, Tumblr definitely is more inspired by quick jokes and little.
Yeah,
it's
like the
it's
spur
not
of the moment kind
art-driven.
of thing. Like the spur of the moment kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it has to be like 80 or 90% like relevance to issues going around. Like in the next week, there's gonna be a new meme that comes out that everyone's gonna be on the bandwagon for. If you're not in the, if you get it out too late, then it's not like relevant anymore. But especially with funny and cute jokes, you want to make your stuff like interesting. It's not really like beautiful, but interesting is more where the power comes from.
Yeah, like not I haven't seen much anymore, but like I've definitely seen it before. The Pokemon fusion drawings, I've seen them quite a bit.
Definitely. Someone I'm following, they post every one they find.
I should follow that blog sometime. But like, yeah, the only ones that I really did was pretty much finding, just in like the after show of last week, just like finding Hipster and Hippie with Hypno and Caterpie and like Cloister and stuff.
Oh yeah, so that.
But yeah, like, yeah, it's like it's definitely more of the spur of the moment, and like it's what the people like, especially when you're taking like an Ask blog and stuff like that. It's like it's what the people want to see, kind of thing. Like they ask, like, oh, what's up with you? Like, what's up with that banana on your head? Kind of stuff like that. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
definitely. No, like.
Oh, but yeah, like with your story arcs, lately it's kind of like with your most recent story arc that's currently in the works, the backstory of Frigid Drift in high school.
Yeah. Progeny.
Progeny, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Like, what's kind of like this? What kind of plans do you have for that?
Well, I intended it. Okay, there's a couple things that have been going through my mind since I started that. I had it basically worked out, where it would be multiple. It would be pretty much as big as Saves Christmas was, and the Pony Prom arc, dressed for Quest for the Dressed. But both of those were like examples of what I'd be trying to emulate in the next story arc. But currently, my main focus is on animated GIF posts and animated posts in general, like YouTube posts, which I know don't do very well on Tumblr because people like to scroll on Tumblr, and when you have to slow down enough to watch a 1 minute, 2 minute animation that someone spent a few weeks making, it's just not as convenient as someone who intends that. Like when you're on Tumblr, you're scrolling, you want something to catch your interest. A little black box with a triangle in it is not gonna catch anyone's interest, especially when they don't know what's there. So I've been doing my best to any YouTube post I try to convert into a GIF sequence.
And then yeah, just like the see more button at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, so you can actually see little previews of the whole animation. It doesn't go scrolled past, and people can have the option of checking out the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I did find with music and stuff like that, I'm thinking it's like, okay, I'll click the play button, see if I like it or not. If I do like it, I will never find it again unless somebody else below that post reblogged it too. And if I didn't like it, I would just have to sit there and listen to it because I don't want to scroll back up and press pause.
I'd sooner just keep scrolling down and mute my speakers.
Yeah. Yeah. Though, do you have, like, once the Progeny story arc is done, like, what kind of do you have any plans for any more story arcs?
Well, let's see. Progeny will really be the whole thing about Progeny is since Frigid's early beginnings, she's noted that she's in affinity with Rainbow Dash. Let's see. So that's gonna explain everything. Even with the first post, you kind of see the blossom of that kind of affection beginning in Frigid. I've started on the second post, but I have not gotten very far. The script is kind of drawn out, something I don't have too much time for, especially with all my animations. This is not going to be a strong animation post, which is kind of like where I'm leading, because I want to focus more attention into animation.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have a good story. It shows Frigid slowly, and I can't get the word. Kind of like the word is gone.
I hate that. It's like on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it.
But we'll just go with crazy a little.
Yeah. Psychopath.
Yeah, a little psychopath.
Maybe not
psychotic.
that crazy, but
little issues that she has to deal with in order to get past a certain portion in her life. Some bad choices she makes, not on her own will, but eventually she sees that the choices she makes further on in Progeny are not the best ones that she's made, and which lead her into a very racist kind of lifestyle, which in some of her other posts you've seen that she is kind of racist towards earth ponies, unicorns, and as we'll see in Progeny, griffins.
What about moose?
Moose, not canon enough.
I know. Just saying. But what if? Nah. But like, what are your thoughts, like, compared to when the fandom on, like, first started, when you first got into the Brony fandom and stuff like that? What is it like now compared to that, like, in your own personal thoughts?
Let's see. I definitely don't see it like blossoming. I think its peak was season 2 when most people were interested in it. I've seen especially like we were talking about before with Equestria Girls coming out, lots of people are seeing the joys of actually drawing humans for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, and people are starting to branch out like that. For me, especially with that void of ponies every week, I've been getting into new anime. I'm going back to my roots as an otaku. I found a series I enjoy very much.
Okay.
That's sort of filling in that weekly void of anything worth watching.
Yeah, I never really watched much anime until like just recently. Ragen's been live streaming Cowboy Bebop, and I've been really liking that so far. Probably should watch more anime and stuff like that, but I have no time for that, and I'm way too lazy.
Yeah.
AKA, I do have time for that.
Well, like I've been bringing up constantly, I'm against the meta game. I don't like people. I mean, I like people, but I don't like that people will say, "Oh, this is the best anime. This is the only anime worth watching." I seek out things that no one's heard of before. I'm sure you haven't heard of oh goodness, the name is in Japanese, so it's really hard to pronounce.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
Utaware Rumono. No one. I streamed an episode of that really late one time after everyone had left from the Sweeney Todd live stream.
Oh, okay.
But it's essentially it's a show about an old style. Everyone has little animal ears, and it's about this mysterious stranger who wanders into town injured, and eventually becomes the emperor of the whole nation. Through his own cunning and influential perspective on the way that the system is being run. Since he's an outsider, he sees things that are going on in the current system a little bit differently. He eventually persuades the townspeople that the way things are going aren't right, and creates his own little army, and eventually becomes almost godlike. Spoiler warning. But anyway,
Whoops.
he rises. It's a story about rising power, which is one of my favorite things too. Like Death Note is a story about an anarchist. No,
sociopath.
No,
Both
the opposite of the hero is the
well, the villain, or like I guess
the anti-something. Oh goodness,
anti-hero?
These words aren't. No. Antagonist. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, like
he's an antagonist, definitely, of the story. He wants to kill everyone. Come on.
Yeah. Well, like even though like the protagonist, the protagonist can still be the one who kills everyone and is essentially regarded as the villain. Like it's pretty much like the protagonist is the original, like the person the story's following, and then antagonist is the main obstacle that's in front of him.
True. So he's the villain, yet he's a protagonist.
Yeah, like he's an anti-hero.
Cool. Thanks, Shuren.
But yeah,
it's also a story about rising power. He starts out as a high schooler. He gets a weapon. He becomes almost godlike. It's a theme with the animes I watch.
Yeah.
Naruto, I haven't been keeping up with, but it's essentially the same thing. He's gonna become Hokage. It's inevitable.
Yeah, but
he's been he's almost godlike himself already with the Nine Tails and whatnot.
Yeah,
but it's not my favorite right now. It's just going on. My favorites are 24 episodes or 12 episodes or even 6 episodes. But like anything that has to do with like rising power and like using a gift and such like that.
One that I really like, Code Geass, if I pronounced that correctly.
Oh, definitely, that's my that is. Oh, I can't say it's my favorite. My favorite is Phantom Requiem for the Phantom, another one most people haven't heard of.
Yeah, I've not watched that one.
That's what I'm saying. The meta game. No one watches the same stuff. I have nothing to talk about with you people.
I'm the hipster here.
I'd like to say that. Let me just adjust my fedora.
Let me get my thick rimmed glasses without the lenses because I can't wear glasses. They hurt my eyes.
My scarf's a little tight. Excuse me a moment.
But I think it's about time. Like, I'm pretty much out of questions now, so I think we're gonna go on to viewer questions now. And we already got one from Hedorian. Ever see Guilty Crown?
No.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He's saying like next one. That one's not good enough. But yeah, he was saying it's also example of rising power and becoming a dictator. And I have not either. You're a asterisk Hedorian. Jeez. I don't know if I'll be doing a fan Skype. I told myself I would this week, but I don't think I will be. Due to
I just want to say there's wait, a fan Skype? How's that work?
It's usually for the after show. Yeah, like it's mainly an after show type dealy. I don't know if I'll have one though. But anyway,
I don't know what it is.
It's usually that we like bring fans into the call and stuff like that and talk to them and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was fearing. You see, I have a little anxiety.
Oh, like it's usually in the after show, like since we ask you if like you want to be in the after show or not, like you don't have to be. Mm-hmm. It's mainly like an optional thing, like both a pre-show and the after show it's optional, but the contract that you have signed, it's for the show starting at 9 o'clock. But anyway, we are getting some questions now. Like QD700 asks, do you watch Doctor Who?
I have seen an episode of it. I enjoyed it a little bit. It's a little too British for me.
Too British? Is that your frigid popping out?
Something that people warn me about all the time is you never get into it. It's too long. There's too much lore that goes along with it. I'm never gonna have the patience to sit down and learn something new that I haven't been like. I'm not gonna sit down and read all 200 chapters of Naruto that I've missed out on since I stopped reading it.
While everyone's ahead of you.
Everyone is, I'm sure, but I'm not gonna sit around reading 200 chapters in a marathon. I'm probably gonna wait till a new series comes out before so that I can pace myself. I have no I'm not good at pacing myself, so like I'm gonna wait till something comes out like 2 or 3 episodes in, and then I'm gonna stick with it until the very end. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with Phantom, Mirai Nikki, and Clannad and Utaware Rumino I watched simultaneously. It was like shoujo and shonen. I got both of them at the same time. It was kind of like yin and yang for me.
Oh, okay. But
even though they both had a lot of shoujo in them.
But Hedorian asks, ever seen Attack on Titan?
No, I've heard of it. I am not very interested. I'm definitely a shoujo anime person. I watched Code Geass, Death Note, and Mirai Nikki. I guess that's not really a shonen. It's more of like horror. I have a whole list of them, but action is just not something I enjoy as much as a nice romantic comedy.
Oh, okay. But the question,
if you've heard of Frigid Drift, you'd know the kind of stuff I'm into.
But the question still stands: do you remember the Titans? I'm so funny.
I don't.
No. Dang it. But that kind of answers, answers Blaze Sword's question. Do you like very sad anime that makes you cry your eyes out?
Oh. I don't really watch things that make me cry, per se. And I don't really remember crying at anything really like recently, because like as an animator, you kind of see past some of these things. Like when you learn so much about how animation is done and like how stories are made, it's like you're not really watching it as a viewer, you're watching it as a producer, you know? Like you're watching like oh, there's an animation error over there, like I can't watch ponies anymore because that's all I do.
That guy has no face.
There's so many errors, like that three-eyed pony in that one episode.
Oh yeah, or like the Cyclops in the other.
Yeah, well that's the one I meant.
Oh wait, I thought it was.
I meant the Cyclops.
Oh okay, I was saying
It's
like,
either 3 or 1. I can't put a.
it's not normal. Let's agree on that.
That just ain't right.
That boy ain't right over there. But the 11th Doctor asks, do you like both companies, Sega and Nintendo?
I prefer Nintendo.
Yeah, same. I've never played Sega games, so personally I don't really. I only have pretty much their downfall behind me.
I'm
Besides Sonic.
The only thing I've actually gotten out of Sega is Sonic games. Like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, my all-time favorite Sonic game, and then Sonic Unleashed Day Stages.
Okay. Okay.
Day Stages for the Wii is what I've been enjoying. But Night Stages for the Wii, no. Night Stages and Day Stages for the Xbox, no. Colors, haven't played it yet, but probably gonna say no.
I've heard actually good things about Colors, really.
I have heard good things about Colors, but it's not my thing. Like, I don't know. There's like too much to learn, I guess, because you have to deal with all those colors. And the thing about Colors, I'm colorblind.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be a fun game for me.
Yeah, that is true. Actually,
oh, look at that green one over there. Oh, nope, no, I didn't want that.
Yeah, man, look at this
that
yellow.
Is not green.
Oh man. Hedorian asks, what do you think of sad animes that have amazing story and character development? Example, Clannad.
Clannad wasn't sad. What are you talking about? His wife and kid died, but that's not sad.
What?
Spoiler warning. Anyway, they came back.
all right.
Last episode, they're fine.
Cutie said. Oh, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Done with you people.
Cuties. Cutie 700 asks, what are your thoughts on Teen Titans?
Teen Titans Go! I liked the original better. I haven't been keeping up with Go recently.
I've never watched Go, and I don't really plan to.
It's a good show. It like say you've been watching G4 Ponies for the past 2 years, and someone said, "Hey, there's a new Ponies called the G3 Ponies. You want to watch that with me?" No, it's too different. It's different, but it's not the same. Like, you know,
yeah.
It uses the characters from Teen Titans, but it's a new animator. It's new story, and it's more of. Have you seen Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi?
No.
It's basically the sequel to Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. There's like no real story. Oh, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi and is like the E-rated version of Panty and Stocking. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah, basically it's like that. They have like a bad guy in an episode and no real story progression. Like nothing's been happening. It's just like really funny. No real story. I like the first one because it had kind of like an arc. It had arcs in it, like Slade arc. Definitely kept me on the edge of my seat every week.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Slade, best villain of the early 2000s.
Yeah, I still actually haven't finished the series yet, but I've definitely watched like one of the Slade arcs if there's only one, unless there are multiple.
Well, he has a couple different masks, I think.
Okay.
And then there's like Red X and everything.
Yeah, like I watched the Red X arc. That was pretty nuts.
And then I think the ending Well, of course, the ending was the Japan episode, but like near the ending, they had kind of like the League of the Teen Titans, where they had like 50,000 Teen Titan recruits. Eventually, like all over the world, and then they went to Japan. It was kind of like the end.
Oh, okay. Thanks for spoiling it. Jeez.
Well, the Teen Titans in Japan. It's like everyone knows about that one.
I know.
And then they fought like the brain guy and the gorilla guy, and the old guy. That's the extent of my knowledge on the series. Excuse me.
Blaze or well, actually, never mind. We already answered this question about the Xbox One. What do you think about the new Xbox One? We already answered that question.
Yeah, we answered it with a lot of Nintendo.
Yep. We answered it with saying Nintendo is good.
Dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
Needs more games.
Yeah, Lelouch v Britannia commands you to finish your game. Yeah, they do need more games, but I heard that they were releasing a lot. I've seen an announcement that they're doing a HD remake of Wind Waker for the Wii U, and I want that.
For the Xbox One? No way.
Yeah, well, for PlayStation 4.
We're bringing Zelda multi-platforms from here on out.
Yeah. Oh man, that would suck. Whoa, for the Dreamcast, bring a comeback. Whoa.
They need a new Knights game. I haven't played the new one, but they need a new one.
Yeah. I haven't.
No.
Yeah, when was the last one that came out? I don't even remember.
It came out like really early on the GameCube.
Neon Cake asks, what is your favorite scene in anime? That's favorite kind of scene, because that's pretty broad.
Let's see. Well, in Phantom, I have to stick with Phantom. That's my all-time favorite anime. Might stream it some week, but not the whole thing. Just I don't know. Maybe if you guys want to see the whole thing, I'll stream the whole thing. But it's only 24 eps. But still, we can't do that in one day. It'd be a scary marathon.
Ugh.
But it's a wonderful series. It's about a kid, a Japanese tourist who comes to America and gets kidnapped by the mafia and turned into Captain America. Pretty much. He gets turned into a super assassin, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Not a super soldier like Captain America, a super assassin, where he has reflexes, and he doesn't have super strength, but he has like super reflexes, bullet time. He doesn't really use bullet time per se. It's just
just like it kind of slows down everything to show how his reactions go, pretty much in real time. Okay.
It's not like he has any real superpowers. He just has improved reflexes and becomes a very skilled assassin by being kidnapped by the mafia and trained over months and months until he loses his mind and soul to being a trained assassin. He eventually goes out on their missions and with his partner Ein, and he would be Zwei because
Okay.
their undertaker is, or their overlooker, as it were, is German psychopath who thinks kidnapping teenage Japanese tourists and turning them into assassins is a good idea.
They'll never look for them.
Pretty much, but eventually I'm not gonna ruin it, but it's but my favorite scene in it is somehow his partner Ein gets offed, and he becomes the new head Phantom. She was Phantom before, but then he goes through this inauguration process where he becomes Phantom. He is the most powerful assassin in all of Inferno, their group, and as the inauguration is like pretty cool. Like, it's the first time you see him. Like, the rest of the episode, like the first 20 minutes of the 22-minute episode, is a recap from the very beginning, and it's kind of like explaining everything that happens up until then in a summary. And then the last 2 minutes you see is like 5 months later or something like that. And his hair is like really long. He looks really cool, and he like takes out everyone within like 5 seconds.
Oh god!
And then
then
the head of Inferno comes in with a sword and inaugurates him as the head of Phantom, and it's so cool. That's my favorite scene in that.
Okay.
But it also shows his new theme song for season 2.
Nice. But okay. So, Blaze Sword asks, are you going to make a full animated movie for your OC? Or would you like to?
That would be pretty awesome. Don't give me ideas. I'm gonna stick with my series for now, and then we'll see where that leads off. I know the game is gonna be like a really major thing, because I've been working on it for so long, or not working on it for so long and putting it off while I play Borderlands and Team Fortress. But I mean, it's gonna be a big thing.
It's gonna be there. Or you're gonna be squared. But Spike Replies asks, when it comes to your animations, have you tried looking into improving your work with symbol work or instances? Or you're going to move away from puppet animation? And perhaps looking to frame by frame? Oh,
Spike Replies. Stop. Yeah, I've been improving my puppets. Just today, I've been speaking with Alomar. I've been showing him how to use my puppets, because I make all my puppets from scratch. I imported all the graphics and created all the limbs and everything. I'm keeping it fairly simple so I can navigate through it pretty easily. But like just today, I created like a bending ear to improve like the emotions that you can go around it. And then Jazza Studios has been releasing semi-daily. Yeah, you say you animate. Anyway, I haven't seen anything, but there's still time. Anyway, Jazza Studios has been releasing these tutorials, and using animatics and drawing tutorials and speed paints, and he's pretty much my inspiration. He even got my friend, my German friend Nide, who used to be the mod of Awesome Dash. He got him. I showed one of his speed paints, and he did a pretty good. He got inspired. I'll just say that.
Okay. Chocolate Pony asks, when are you going to eat Chocolate Pony?
It's an ongoing process. I started with the ears last Easter, and I'm still working. I started melting the top of the head off, and a little bit bits and pieces there and there, and then he'll just be some hoofs on a little chocolate stand eventually.
The way it should be. The 11th Doctor asks, do you mind if people ask for hugs from Fidget? I'm guessing that's Frigid? Mm-hmm. Okay.
People can't spell, but like I've gotten Fidget, the refrigerator, and but one of the things that I did recently was I created a new Ask box called Ask Pro. You just askfrigiddrift.tumblr.com/askpro. That's where my Ask button sends everyone now. That has rules that I have created. Like, if you want to roleplay with Frigid, say, including your Frigid, including your OC, into things like, hey, I got you this muffin. You should probably type pound RP, and then I'll do Control F, pound RP, and then reply to any role plays that you might want to have. But as far as actual answers go, I won't like answer hugs unless it's like from like someone like I don't want to sound like it's like
sound regal. Like an ass, but
Yeah, unless it's like someone I really admire and look up to, and I've been trying to get senpai to notice me, and I finally get senpai to notice me, and all they have to say to me is hugs, and I probably will answer that.
After years of training, senpai has finally noticed me.
Definitely. Yeah, the day JJ looks down and says, "Oh, Frigid, I've been following you for years," I'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, just under a fake name. IB Corbin asks, say your favorite TV show gets a movie and you get to star in it. What show would that be and who would you be?
I get to star in a TV show?
Yeah, if it was a movie. If it like turned it into a movie and you get to star one of the characters.
It's a hard one. I don't watch TV anymore. I just watch anime online.
Yeah, those kinds
So, I guess like a fan dub or like an actual dub, and I was allowed to be one of the characters. My voice. I don't like being a voice actor because I mean I have good voices and all.
I have my grandpa voice that I've been working on. I think it's pretty good.
Anyway, that was just a. Oh man, that sounded awful. But
I
anyway,
liked it. Yeah, you have one more voice than I do.
It takes a long time to get into character. It's very difficult, you see.
Yeah.
Goodness, that sounded awful.
But yeah, well, we kind of already answered Spike's question about studying more deeply into puppet animation.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like to say I compare myself to others, but I think I'm doing pretty alright.
Alright. Alright.
Like, out of, like, the elites, like, I'd say, like, definitely one of my, puppet animator inspirations right now is, Yudhai Kiladanki, or I don't know how to say his name. He did the, I've been talking with him a little bit, and he did the what was it, Dota Pony series? I can't remember. He did Age of Empires ponies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was and Frigid Drift is actually in there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let's see. Yeah, he did Dota 2 and a lot of other things that I really appreciate because he did some pretty cool things.
He did a lot of cool things, and he's planning on doing Sims recently. He put up a trailer for that. At least
12 hours ago.
Yes. Hadorian asks, are Dark and Ala your slaves?
Dark and Synth is indentured servant, and Alamar is an intern. So, yes.
All right. Cutie700 asks, will you ever do an RPG for anime or MLP?
An RPG, like a role-playing game, like dating sim. That's like.
I guess.
Or do you mean like an action, like Pokemon? Pokemon.
I think they're two separate. Well, they kind of both. They're both under the. I'd say the clause there. So yeah, I think that would count.
It's kind of a very vague question. I'm sorry.
Also, on your stream, will you show your face someday?
I have before. I recently got a new smartphone that has a 8-megapixel camera. I did that once or twice. I don't like showing my face because I like giving people the illusion that I'm still a girl. Because when people find out I'm a guy, they usually unfollow me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like, hey, I've been flirting with your OC for like 2 months now, and you're a guy? I'm gonna have to unfollow you before I start feeling bad about myself. So that's just the way things are on the internet. And guys, there are no girls on the internet. It's a myth.
They don't know that. Keep the dream alive, man.
There is no dreaming. No dreams, only tears.
Also, last question from QD700. Who is your favorite Tumblr?
Frigid Drift. No, let's see. Current favorite. That is really tough. I think in general, like especially with exams, the way they've been going for the past about month, especially like on and off, everyone on different sides of different counties and whatnot. There's different exam schedules, but like so many people with exams is kind of taking a toll on blog productivity. And things have been slowing down, I think, in general for most of the blogs I follow. I follow about 300-ish, 400 maybe. Favorite blog? Well, I have a thing for animations. Like anyone who experiments with animations, I just feel really good about. Because some people have even said, I saw your blog. I was really inspired to make some animations myself, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I inspired someone today. I feel really good about that kind of thing. But yeah, anyone who like dabbles in animated posts. Okay, favorite blog? I'm kind of biased because this is my one of my friends I've been talking with was Greyzeek and Starfire. They did that really adorable animation and was also my blog swap for April Fool's Day.
Oh, okay.
He did a really beautiful frame-by-frame animatic for his character, Greyski, his dragon, and Sapphire, my friend Knight's OC pony. And he runs that blog, and it's very adorable. I can't say, like, it's my all-time favorite, but it's definitely one of the ones I appreciate because they do experiment with animations, and I have inspired. He said I was his inspiration for continuing on with creating GIF posts.
Okay.
I can't say for sure that there is any one favorite blog though.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those really tough choices.
It's not a choice, it's a death sentence.
Yeah. Especially when you're friends with a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
They have all their guns ready. Just like, okay.
They don't use guns where I'm from. They got far much worse than that.
Oh, jeez.
Torches, pitchforks, guillotines, and chloroform. Yeah, they got
good.
far much worse than guns. I'm not worried about their guns.
Just one guy with a pistol. It's like, okay, I'm not scared of you.
What is that? Go home.
Get that pea shooter out of here.
Come back when you figure out how to spell poison.
Yeah. Come back with the bow and arrow laced with poison. That's a projectile you should use.
Come back when your name is Ash and you learn how to equip.
When you play with
chainsaws to your hand.
Or that.
Oh, speaking of Ash, I've been thinking about doing a post related to Poker Night at the Inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that, especially with getting Borderlands 2. I'm trying to get that skin for my assassin, the portal skin.
Portal skin, yeah. Like I have the first one and I enjoyed playing that one, and I do want to actually play the second one, but I'm thinking it's like, even though it's $5, I probably shouldn't use the money. But
oh, you'll get addicted to it. It's really fun. They have Texas now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Yeah, I probably should.
I never play Texas because Alamar has been telling me, oh, stick with wait, no, Texas Hold'em. Yeah, it's always been Texas Hold'em. What's the other one?
Blackjack? Maybe. That's
no. It's the one where you get 4 cards.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, the first one had Texas.
Okay. Yeah.
Ohama.
Ohama?
I think. Ohana. You know. Ohana.
Ohana. Omaha? I don't know.
Omaha, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
Thank you, Ella.
But yeah, that's one of the options, and everyone starts out with 20,000. But that's one of my ideas that's been floating around. I have so many ideas, I forget to write them down. I eventually don't do them, or have them half finished in my documents folder.
I have a book of failed dreams.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this now.
I have an atlas. No, atlases are maps. A mind map. I have an atlas of mind maps of failed mind maps. Yeah. My mind has failed here and here and here.
I think we're gonna be doing about maybe one question. I think one last question. If
You sure? I can go all night.
Yeah, but we already been about
1.5 hours.
Yeah, 1.5 hours. But like the questions are kind of slowing down a bit soon. But no, I never really thought of any more questions during these.
Oh, well, I got plenty to talk about if you still need some time.
Well, actually, well, actually, I was just about to say, what have you been playing recently? Except Borderlands.
Except Borderlands.
And, Poker Night at the inventory.
Let's see, Poker Night, Borderlands, Team Fortress, Mabinogi. No one's heard of that. It's meta. it's too anti-meta for anyone.
I've played, Mab before. Haven't in a long time.
Yeah, people don't like it because it's a weird combat system, but I like it because it's a weird combat system.
It's an interesting combat system. It's, yeah, like, I kind of like it.
They recently changed how all the skills work. It kind of threw
Really?
me off so bad. I used to be a mage because mages were overpowered, and now with the new combat system, they're completely underpowered. It's like a waste of time to be a mage anymore.
Usually when it comes to games like that, I'm usually the tank, or at least build towards a tank. Mainly because I usually don't know what to do, so I stand in front of the enemy.
Yeah, I've recently gotten Alamar into Mabby, and he's gotten me into Borderlands, and we've been going on and off both of those games the past 2 weeks.
I should play those games again. I have a lot of games on my list right now.
Definitely, multiplayer games are pretty snazzy.
Yeah, like especially with friends. Like recently, a good friend of mine we played Red Orchestra together, World War II, Russia versus Germany, first-person shooter, and they released their they released it onto Steam, pre-ordering for Rising Storm. That's it, which is actually.
Naruto?
Yeah, it's Naruto in World War II.
Naruto Rising Storm. Where have I heard that before?
But yeah, like it's also World War II. It's later.
It's after the Hokage Wars?
After the Hokage Wars. Yeah. Pretty much America versus Japan. And it's like it's definitely really cool because like you can lay down traps. You can pretty much go crazy when you're the Japanese with the katana. It's a really fun game. I enjoy it. But yeah,
America versus Naruto.
the entire continent.
Marvel versus Shonen Jump. I want to see that.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Hulk versus Sasuke. Bobobo versus Naruto.
Oh, man.
Bobobo was my favorite Shonen Jump. I'm sorry.
I can hardly remember really. I don't know who he is, but I can hardly remember what he really does though.
He has nose hairs that kill people.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah.
The manga was really bloody compared to the censored TV show.
You mean by 4 kids? Where they call rice balls donuts?
Oh yeah. They did that on Girl Chan in Paradise too. They're like, I really like this hamburger.
Oh yeah.
Like a rice ball or no, a bowl of noodles. I like this hamburger.
Oh man.
Don't forget the ketchup. How could I? Forget, I mean. Oh, goodness. Don't get me
I love Girl Chan.
I love how in Game Grumps the movie. Ego Raptor, have you forgotten about us? Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that. It's nice seeing like Game Grumps animations and stuff like that. Personally, like I like the ones kind of like the Game Grumps the movie. and another one, I forget what it's called, but it's like he doesn't really hold it to what's currently going on in the game. Like, he kind of has its own storyline with it, which I
you
really...
mean the Source Filmmaker one?
Those are good too, actually. Like
With Heavy and Scout.
Yeah, with Heavy and Scout, like with the demo man on the wall. What is this? Yeah, like,
Yeah, that was my favorite one. That's the one. He made a sequel to that one with the NBA Jam Slam.
oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, that was great too. And it was really interesting showing, like, giving the like kind of his method of growing the heads and shrinking them by just punching them out towards the camera, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm talking about is like, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. But like, it's like it's with Donkey Kong Country, and they're just like it just shows them play on the couch at first, but like at one point where they're saying it's like, I love the fans, yeah, and then at one point it just stops, like everything freezes, and then it just shows a clip of Diddy Kong getting attacked by a fish and getting killed, and then he uses like voice modulation and stuff like that to make when John is freaking out, just flip his shit with scary like voices and stuff like that, making him seem like Satan. And then just like one point, it shows like a chase scene just with music playing in the back, and then one point where it seems like Aaron's gonna die, just asks for Barry for help, and Barry just comes out of the clouds. John, no, and then throws lightning at him. Neon Cake asks, do you have a vial of rainbow juice and a cup of hot chocolate? What do you do with it? What? Matchup of the century.
Probably in reference to Rainbow Dash and Chocolate Pony.
Maybe.
I don't know how to respond to that. That's something I'd probably say. Mark with RP and I'll answer you in 2 to 3 sentences. Like, if that was in my inbox, I don't delete messages unless I answer them. That's why I have about 12,000. No, 1,200 inbox current. I don't like deleting things because sometimes I look through my inbox and I get inspiration from things I didn't think of before.
Mm-hmm.
So I never delete messages.
Yeah, I try and avoid that, but it helps with, it really helps me with kind of organizing, like, okay, what did I answer, what did I not answer? There we go.
Yeah, I can't say what I don't care not to answer, unless it's like hugs sometimes, or really relevant posts. Like, there was one where Frigid had popcorn, and suddenly I got 5 questions just about popcorn. I'm like, guys, Frigid's not going to be eating popcorn in the next post. You know how these things go. I kind of dismissed them quickly.
Mm-hmm. Though,
but
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because I can't respond to everyone. It's just kind of like the thing. I can't respond to everyone.
Yeah. Though, Cutie700 asks, did you know that you have inspired me to do animation? She's still working on how to get it on Tumblr to use while using an iPad.
While using an iPad? You mean an animated GIF?
Seems like that, yeah. I'm not too sure how that would exactly work with an iPad.
iPads can support animated GIFs.
Well, get it from the iPad to Tumblr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have like a laptop or a library you can just go on?
Yeah, a library would actually be...
Like, iPads are probably, since they're Apple, I don't trust them. But like, anything with an actual file manager directory, I would probably trust a little bit more, because you can actually upload things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Apple for anything that's not Apple related. Like, iTunes is very nice, I use it, but only with my iPod.
Yeah.
Not with my phone.
Yeah.
I keep them separated. They're not equal. I don't say. Like,
Mm.
I would suggest not attempting it. Like, I'm not a pro at Apple, but I wouldn't be the one to ask.
Okay. All right.
Like anything like about GIFs in Flash and Photoshop in general, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay. Adorian asks, what is NixOC? Do you know that, Frigid?
No.
Well, I want to try and keep it a surprise, but it's going to be a moose. I wanted it to be original, so I was like, oh, okay, I haven't seen a moose around. Then
I thought I saw a moose a very long time ago.
Yeah, and then like shortly after, a friend of mine showed me a blog of a moose blog, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel very special anymore. But I still like the moose idea, and you'll be seeing the design once I finish the intro. Whenever I get around to that, I've been really lazy for the past like several months.
Yeah.
IB Corbin asks, have you ever closed the refrigerator door slowly to see if the lights turn off?
Definitely. I do that like every time.
I still don't know what makes it. I still don't know what makes it turn off. Is it a wizard?
Oh, I've totally got this down. There's a little goodness, there's a little thing that the door pushes and it slides up, and when it's all the way retracted, it turns off the light. But when it's all the way out, then the light comes on. It's like the opposite of a push switch.
Yeah.
Freaks me out. I'm like, you push the switch in and it turns off, but when you take your finger off, then it turns back on.
Next time I'm just gonna have a tripwire set up, so like the next time, just before the lights turn off in the fridge, a shotgun's gonna go off and hit the fridge. They'll get the bastard. Alright, so Metal Gear Twilight asks, have you ever done animation with live action eyes and mouth? Ugh.
Annoying orange, don't get me started.
Ew.
No, I haven't done that before. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't. Good. I hate annoying orange. Especially when I see plushies of it in Future Shop, of all places.
Should have stayed on YouTube when it was in its prime. Don't put it on my Cartoon Network with my Adventure Time and my regular show. Don't do this to me. I don't want to watch you, stupid annoying orange. It's too annoying.
If I had a gun, I'd shoot every orange I could find. Starting with you.
Orange juice for everyone.
I drink orange juice. I drink the blood of my enemies. Namely, the annoying orange. Yeah.
I drink blood orange.
Blood orange. Is it grapefruit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
The chocolate mousse. I know I did say I would 11, but just things happening. But anyway, let's see. Blaze Sword asks, what is the meaning of life?
Not really the one to answer that question.
Well, is it 41? 43?
Somewhere around there.
Alright.
It's the mean of 41 and 43.
Yeah. I wonder what number that is. Oh, well.
47.
Nah. 2?
3.
Maybe it's 4.
Pi.
Yeah, I think it's pi. I think the meaning of life is pi.
You had me at pi.
Yeah. I think we've gone here.
Cherry pie, thank you.
I like pumpkin pie, please. And there's chocolate pony.
Chocolate bar.
Hello.
Whoa, what? Whoa.
Well then,
It says vanilla pony.
he heard our talk of pie and he wants in on it. Okay, I guess. Is he here or is he not here?
It's lurking.
All right. But yeah, I kind of ran out of things to talk about.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock. We've gone for about 2 hours now, actually. But I think with the arrival of Chocolate Pony, unfortunately, we'll call the end of the show then.
You get in the stream?
Yeah, we're about to end the stream, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But
I was
anyway,
trying to sell my couch.
no, all right.
We were selling my couch for $60, and people came by with $30, and I had to shoo them away. Yeah.
You know, the old problems that people usually have with giving money to you.
Well, I was hoping to sell the couch so I have enough money to pay for next month.
Yeah.
I'm taking $30 for a $200 couch.
Oh. Yeah, that always sucks. But anyway, thank you for joining us this week, guys. And a special thank you to Frigid for joining us regardless of only me being on. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. But thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to, if you haven't already, you probably have, follow Frigid on Tumblr. Joining us. Can I? What?
Plug?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Yay.
If you want to. But, yeah, thank you guys again. And hope you guys have a good evening. Goodbye.
Night.